Think about the last time you pushed something heavy, like a piece of furniture across a room. That physical effort? In physics, that's called doing work, but it's a specific term. Work is only done when a force you apply actually causes an object to move a certain distance. If the object doesn't budge, you've done zero work, no matter how much you sweat. So, where does the energy you exert go? It doesn't just vanish, it gets transferred into the object. This is the core of the work-energy theorem. The work you do on something equals the change in its kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy of motion. A small ball moving at 5 meters per second has a certain amount of it. But here's the crucial part. Kinetic energy depends on the square of the speed. If you double that ball's speed, you don't just double its energy, you quadruple it. This is why a car crash at 60 miles per hour is so much more destructive than one at 30. But what if you lift an object instead of pushing it? You're still doing work against gravity, but you're storing that energy. This is potential energy. By lifting a 5-kilogram object 3 meters off the ground, you've given it 147 joules of stored gravitational potential energy. It now has the potential to fall. And this is where it all connects. Let the object go, and that stored potential energy instantly begins converting back into kinetic energy. As it falls, its potential energy decreases while its kinetic energy increases, picking up speed. This is the principle of conservation of energy. Energy isn't created or destroyed, it just transforms. From a push to motion, from height to speed, these are the fundamental rules that govern our physical world.